Claude Code just announced a 1 million context window for Cloud Sonnet 4. Question is, can we actually use that for Claude Code? So let's go very quickly through the article, which was published on August 12th and this year. And let's see. So Claude Sonnet now supports up to 1 million tokens of context on the Anthropic API. Well, I'm pretty sure that Claude Code is using the Anthropic API. So that's a 5x increase, and which basically means like 75,000 lines of code or dozens of research paper. So I would say that could be like your full project, which you can now, which you can load into the context window, which would be huge. So it's in public beta, so probably not everyone has access to it yet. And soon it will also be on the Google Cloud's Vertex AI. So for which use cases can it actually be used? So it can be used for large-scale code analysis, which makes lots of sense. So it's probably very useful for like checking PRs or like checking code quality and improve code and making refactoring suggestions. So load entire code base, including source file tests and documentation, which is very useful because before, basically, I think it was loading the code base. Now we also have the documentations and the tests, which is very, very useful. Cloud can understand project architecture, identify cross-file dependencies. This is very important. And suggest improvements, which I just said, that account for the complete system design. So it can really make improvement suggestions on a high level now. It's not just like, oh, here in this function, you could maybe improve, I don't know, make it more type safe or something like that. Now you can ask it like questions on the full code base. And it understands the full code base. Document synthesis. Process extensive document sets like legal contracts, research papers, or technical specifications. This is not that much Claude Code use case. Anyway, you can give it, for example, let's say you have a project that you really like, for example, the design. So you can just like clone the GitHub repo, give it another GitHub repo and say, okay, I really like how they do these components here, or I like how they structure the code. And then you can tell it, oh, I want to do the same with my own project. So this is definitely nice. Context-aware agents. Build agents that maintain context across hundreds of tool calls and multi-step workflows. Include complete API documentation, tool definitions, and interaction histories without losing coherence. This is indeed very useful for Claude Code because you are doing those agentic coding. And we're using lots of tools, and we have like, while you go through your project, while you work on your project, the conversation gets longer and longer, and it contains very valuable context. So let's take a very quick look at the pricing. Well, of course, the pricing will increase. I would say it does not increase that dramatically if you go over the 200K, which was previously the limit for Claude Code for Claude Sonnet. And yeah, so I would say it's okay. Of course, GPT-5 is it's a lot cheaper, I think. Yeah. So then you can use prompt caching. So I would say that soon they will implement that into Claude Code. The Claude Code will do it automatically. So those are, and we have, it's going to be used already on Bolt New and Agent AI. So how to get started? Long context supports for Sonnet is now public beta on the Anthropic API for customers with Tier 4. So yes, Claude Code definitely should have Tier 4 level assets like their own tool. So Let's take a look now what the Reddit community is saying. What do Reddit users say about that? We have this post also 2 days ago. Claude Sonnet 4 now supports 1 million tokens of context. So let's see. Then, of course, first question, this doesn't affect Claude Code, right? Phew. You had me for a second. Claude Code soon come, hopefully. Then another user posted, okay, I just saw this message in Claude Code, which is promising. We have 3% context left until autocompact, try, model, sonnet, 1 million context window. So apparently it is there and this user could use it, but, well, this pans, it doesn't work yet. The long context beta is not yet available for this subscription, but he does have the 200, the maximum subscription you can actually get. So that's a little bit confusing. He says nobody's getting this, why show it in Claude Code then? So that another user replied, okay, it does, but it's rolling out progressively. They announced that it's in beta, to be fair, so it's very clear that not everyone has it yet. And they are rolling it out progressively. And he just got an email, I have access and 20x max plan. So he said when he enters the code, it says default recommended Sonnet 4 with 1 million context. Uses rate limits faster. Opus with reaches use limit faster, Sonnet daily usage. So it seems like you have like 2 Claude Sonnet modes. You can either have like the one the old one, let's say, which has not the 1 million context window, and the one with the 1 million context window. And let's see how is the performance. Well, the performance right now, I don't want to get into that, because I can imagine that the quality will decrease actually. But of course they will work on it. So probably if you start with it right now, it will not be that good, but it's gonna be improved over time. So my conclusion about that is that some users have it, some users don't have it. It's still in beta. They will roll it out progressively. So wait a little bit more and then you probably can use it as well, for sure. So that's it for today for the video. If you liked it, please consider to give me a like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.